Hello and welcome. My name's Super Saiyan and this is your weekly news and pre-order video covering all of the new releases from Games Workshop, maybe Forge World. They're on the same web store now. But firstly, I'd like to say a warm welcome to any of you new subscribers. A massive thank you to all of the members that support the channel monthly. Everyone that uses the Element Games affiliate link right here. Click that and that will help the channel out. Don't forget to use the crystal code at the checkout, because then you'll receive double the amount of points. So it's really worth doing, because then you build up your points over the year and then you can just use them for future purchases on top of that 20%. So it's pretty good. So thank you everyone that does that continually. Let's get into the news straight away. So for the past week there's been a lot of communication noise of old world mainly. So if we go back about a week ago to the 30th of December really. This was the Sunday. Right here you could pre-order the Battle for Macragge. I think it's like £90 or so. It's quite pricey for what it is, but sometimes you can't put the price on nostalgia. So the Genestealer models and the Termagant models are just like awful. Space Marines are, smaller Space Marines. Everyone wants bigger Space Marines, Primaris and things. If you haven't had this little pilot, might be worth it. And if you're really into that scenery, might be worth it. But yeah, it's just the nostalgia really, isn't it? And that was pretty much it, the pre-order last week. Then on the Sunday, I made a video at the start of the week about this, and it was very well received in my humble opinion. I was not expecting that. I guess it gave everyone in the community a place to put their thoughts and opinions and things, and I've read the comments, and yeah, people are for it or against it for various reasons, all very valid. Really enjoyed reading your comments, and thank you everyone for bumping that up in the old YouTube algorithm and things. I was not expecting that, so thank you. So I won't talk too much about this today, other than when we look at it for the on the web store. But up for pre-order today, as communicated last week, is the Warhammer Old World core set. You've got two flavors: the Kingdom of Bretonnia edition, which includes one new miniature. Take that as you will. If you like Bretonnia before and you really like old minis, and we're talking over 20 years old now, 76 miniatures, quite a fair amount. But you get in this new Lord of Bretonnia on Royal Pegasus. You get in the whippy sticks, the dice, the templates, the rule book, and then for the Tomb Kings of Khemri edition, again, I know a lot of people, this army is very popular for them, and they might have missed it out, and they might have missed out on it all that time ago. This one actually includes 93 plastic miniatures, and 2 of which are new. You've got the Leech Priest riding a huge Necrolith Bone Dragon, which might be worth the entry price alone for that model, and then a Tomb Prince as well as some older minis. Then you've got the rulebook separately, and the Forces of Good and the Forces of Evil as hardback. The rulebook is 352 pages. You've got the Arcane Journal Kingdom of Bretonnia, so if you just want to pick up the Bretonnia edition with this, it seems odd that this wasn't included. I think that's a mishap. It should have been included. You're getting the Bretonnia edition box set. This should be included in it. No excuses. This is the Battle Standard Bearer on Royal Pegasus, so this is the new. So I think this is the new mini available separately. You've got some Pegasus Knights in plastic. You've got the Royal Command. Now these are metal models, so yeah. And then you've got some Pilgrims, again metal. These in metal, and then oddly enough, you've got 2 miniatures. This Handmaiden of the Lady, which is a lovely model, and these 2 chaps, the standards, both in Forge World resin, and this Questing Knight Paladin. so 3 sort of units from Forge World. So this is really odd, and this is what I said in the video at the beginning of the week, that they've, I think in my own opinion, they've gone backwards. Going forwards would be release everything in plastic, maybe have 1 or 2 miniatures in resin. That's what I was expecting. I didn't expect them to bring out all the old plastic miniatures from over 20 years ago, and I also didn't expect them to bring out the metal ones as well. For me, it's just too much of a... It's just all the different kind of types of material used in a brand new kind of game. I was expecting Horus Heresy 2.0 really in the old world, because there's definitely a demand for it, I would think. Anyway, you've got the cards and the dice, which I think someone commented that the price was just for the dice, which is crazy. I think it's like £26 or so. You've got the and then it's just the same for the Tomb Kings, really. You've got the journal, you've got the Tomb Guard, classic models in plastic. You've got the Stalkers, which are plastic. You've got the Necro Sphinx. That one is... that one's also plastic. I think a lot of people were looking forward to that one. You've got Cetra, which is metal and plastic. You've got the old Leech Priest, which is metal. You've got the Ushabti, which are metal. You've got the Tomb King, which is Forge World resin. You've got the Standard Bearer, which is Forge World resin. You've got the Tomb Swarms, which is also Forge World resin. So again, 3 units there in resin. You've got the dice, which are very nice. You've got some cards. You've got the square and rectangular bases. You've got a map. You've got Celebration Day, and they're bringing some more models back from Forge World. Some of the older kits. For some reason, my computer doesn't like that. But the Landspeeder Tempest is one to note, because that has been around for quite some time, and then it was discontinued not that long ago, really. But they're bringing it back, so it gives me hope to bring back the Orca and like a Lucius pattern Warhound, and the Pylon, things like that. And then you've got some novels as well to sort of celebrate the old world and what's going on with Warhammer Plus. So I did go through a lot of that on Monday. I hope you enjoyed that video and kind of spurred your feelings and thoughts about the old world release. We'll have a look at the prices in a moment, which again I also went through in that video. You can celebrate this year's store anniversaries with a Fire Slayer and a Tau. Yeah, the Tau looks nice, different pots of whatever. I guess you've got fire. You got 4 different fumes, I guess. Fire, water, air, and earth. So yeah, I like the air one there. You've got Bracky of the Gilded Key. You got store anniversary extras. So you got a bag and pins and things like that. So you can pick those up on your anniversary. An Old World Almanac watch. A Learn to Play video. You've got Claim Your Bestial Miniature of the Month and 2 coins. So still going ahead with the coins. Is anyone getting coin fatigued at the moment, having to spend, 100 quid or whatever, every month to get a coin? Bretonia Kit Focus, Knights of the Realm walk so their lord can fly. So this is the focus on the new plastic Pegasus kit. Is it 2 sprues or 3? Could be. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Then look at the White Dwarf, and then this is where the old world sort of articles really start. So you've got a designer round table, you've got returning to old world with Warhammer Plus, you've got the designer on the new graphics and miniatures, more about Retronian Knights. Then you've got Horus Heresy Thursday. So this is, it's been out 5 minutes, but already they've got looks like an expansion, Great Slaughter. Focus on the apocalyptic battles that rocked Beta Garman as Warmaster Horus bore down on Terra. Beta Garman, if you don't know, in the lore, is quite an important world place that had like the largest Titan battle ever. So yeah, there is that. And you got some lovely illustrations and so on. Nice to see melters on warhounds, maybe not the missiles. Then you got some more old world articles. How to bulk your regiments with unit fillers, and then designer roundtable. So it's mainly been about old world this week. Really pushing that. And that's it really for the news for the past week. I would go over to Games Workshop right here, but currently my wait time is more than an hour. And I did log in quite early, so yeah, this is popular. This is going to be a very popular release if it's in the queue. I'll be doing other things and building models and other videos and things while I'm waiting. It would be nice to get like an alert when I can actually look at things on the store. But what I will do in the meantime is I'll just go on Goblin Gaming, because Element Gamers, unfortunately, if you read this here, look, it says a notice regarding the old world. Stock allocations are very low for all products in this release. We'll not be able to offer them for online sale. We'll not be able to offer them for online sale and have very limited stock in our physical stores. Most of the products are planned to be, So, unfortunately, Element Games, they're not stocking this. This is like, I haven't really heard of this happening before for them. So, I think, the stock issues and the allocation, like we've known about Old World for a few years now, it's all down at Games Workshop. They want to maximize this release as much as possible. They want to get as much profit as possible from this. So they are keeping most of the stock and boxes for themselves to get that profit. And this is how we find that out. Because they're not selling them to third parties to get a discount and those kind of things. Games Workshop always get the most amount of profit by selling direct to you guys. So just bear that in mind. It is a shame. And the sad truth is, if it's successful for them and it's very popular and they sell a lot of these kind of full price boxes and kits, then it's all about sending a message, and that will send a message to Games Workshop to do this in the future. So you won't get your Leviathans and your, day one new editions of sets direct, being sold through third-party sellers in the future. They'll keep them for themselves. So just bear that in mind as well. I know there's a lot of hype. I know there's a lot of interest. But these will be core sets. I'm pretty sure they'll be, as Element Games have said, they'll be restocked in the future. So don't have that fear of missing out just because it's new. These sets are like £175 or so, aren't they? Very expensive. But what we'll do is we'll have a look on Goblin Gaming anyway. I don't have an affiliate with Goblin Gaming or anything like that, but it's literally just because they have them here and they've got the prices and things. That's why I'm looking. But I have bought from Goblin Gaming before, and I've had positive experiences. The Tomb Kings of Khemri sold out already, but that would have cost you £175. Let's have a cheeky little look at that. So yeah, pre-order limited to one per customer. Of course, there's going to be scalpers. There's people are going to be all over this to try and milk money out of people. I wouldn't be surprised if scalpers will buy this for £157.50 and then try and sell it for £400. We don't have to look very far to see that you've already got Tomb Kings £500 there. You've got one for 166, which I guess isn't too bad. You've got one for 172. But that £500 one. You got the Britannia one for 147, which isn't too bad. So it's not as bad as I kind of thought. Then you got the Kingdom of Britannia core set, 139.50. It would have been 155. Kill Team Salvation, I did pick that up, and that should be arriving next weekend. We'll have a very nice, cozy, warm live stream next weekend on Saturday. I'm looking forward to that, where we'll build some Striking Scorpions, and potentially some Space Marine Scouts. You've also got the scenery kit for Kill Team. That was out of stock, but that was up for pre-order a little while ago. All of these Tomb Kings single sets are also out of stock. So you've got the Tomb Guard. They would normally cost you $47.50. You've got the Necro Sphinx or War Sphinx. That would normally cost you $45. That's out of stock. You've got the Rulebook is also out of stock, normally $42.50. You've got the Battle Standard on Pegasus. That would normally cost you £40. You've got the Sepulchral Stalkers for £37.50. And you've got the Pegasus Knights for £37.50. It's remarkable that these are the old ones. So you've got those. Then you've got the Forces of Fantasy rulebook. That's out of stock. So the Army List for Good, Army List for Evil. That's out of stock too. They were £30 each. The dice, £26 for 20 dice. It looks like. That's getting a bit ridiculous now, guys. It's nice that you get a plastic holder to keep the 20 dice in. But it's gone past £1 a dice now, massively so, hasn't it? Then you've got the Kingdom of Bretonia and the Old World dice set. They're all out of stock. You've got the movement trays are out of stock. Who'd have thought that movement trays would go out of stock within 20 minutes of being up for pre-order? Even the novel Lords of the Lance is out of stock. The journal for Khemri is out of stock, is still up for pre-order, £16. Yeah, I would have preferred them to be hardback though, even for £16. You've got the Kingdom of Bretonia. That's out of stock. That's interesting. And then you've got a few of the other novels. So all of the Tomb Kings pretty much are out of stock, except for the Stalkers. And it seems like Bretonia aren't as popular, who'd have thought. And so they're mainly in stock, including the starter set. If you want a starter set, I'm not sure about this. I'm not sure whether I agree. I didn't say this in the video on Monday, but I'm not sure I agree on splitting the Tomb Kings and the Bretonia. It's a way of them doubling up, but couldn't they have tripled up by having some of the force in one set and some of the force in another, and having that as one big box set for like £200, and then having these two core starter sets as well. Because as you can see, Khemri. As you can see, the Tomb Kings are more popular and they've sold out. And now what do you do? Did they make more of the Bretonia or did they make the same? It's an odd one, isn't it? But this is as I expected. I expected all the Tomb Kings to sell out, and I expected some of the Bretonias to still be around. But that's all I've really got to say, because trying to buy direct from Games Workshop, still more than an hour to wait. Whereas these third-party sellers, Goblin Gaming, I haven't really had any issues with their site kind of freezing or locking up before. Why wait? Why wait over an hour to maybe not get box sets from Games Workshop when you can get them instantly and at a decent discount, 10% off. 10% off is a bit cheeky, really. Goblin Gaming, I wonder if Element Games, if they were going to sell them, what percentage off they would give, because they normally do give a 20% discount for new pre-orders. But for some reason, for this release, they're only giving a 10%, which is less, as you can see, like 20%. It's half of what they normally offer. Although they're there and they are selling them, they are making more money off of them than they usually would. So they are making the most of this release. I'm not going to carry on and try and get into Games Workshop. I'm just going to leave it there for the video. What do you guys think? Again, please do put your thoughts and opinions down below. It'd be great to hear from you. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The Emperor Protects.